Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Spiritual Social. Hello, new subscribers. Hello, returning subscribers. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker, and I'm very happy to have you here. I hope that wherever you find yourself in the world, you're having a really good day. And if it's not going so well, we're going to change this with this reading. Ambitious, right? So I'm really happy to come at you guys with a new love series. You responded so positively to my previous love story series. If you haven't had the chance to have a look over it, or if you'd like to revisit it, I placed the link down in the description box below, or go on my YouTube general page and you will see there all of the videos I have created for you. I have tons of videos for you and I have a lot more coming your way. So feel free to subscribe and tap the bell to receive notifications, because I'm really creative at the moment. Because you responded so positively to my last love story series, I decided to film another one. Yay! It took me a while. I'm sorry about this, but I had other topics on my mind and kind of like my spiritual path led me down a different direction. I just felt that it's a bit of a tense atmosphere at the moment, with Mars in Aries squaring Saturn in Capricorn, Jupiter in Capricorn, and Pluto in Capricorn. And I feel that we need a lot of love. We need to kind of manifest love. So the series is not going to be about me guessing with the help of tarot and oracle cards how well I discover some things that deeply resonate with your life. This could happen, so I'm not going to exclude that possibility. But the series is actually more about getting you to imagine, helping you manifest, helping you get in touch with creativity, imagination, heck, maybe helping you dream better. In this series, I'm going to help you guys manifest 4444. So we will have 6 different episodes, and each episode will actually have 4 different options, so that every time when you open the series and you have a look at one of the episodes, you will choose from 4 options and hopefully manifest the vibration of 4444. And this is all about stability, grounding, building. I have 4 options for you today, and they are all golden tinged. This is because golden and white light are protective. Option 1 has this golden snowflake. Option 2 has this gold Sunhat brooch. Option 3 has this rose gold watch. And option 4 has this pair of gold and star earrings. Feel free to pause the video and meditate on the image. Choose the object that pulls you in the most. Try to choose with your gut rather than with your eye. Okay, so if you've made your choice, before you go, I do want to let you know that I partnered up with Visio. This is a really exciting collaboration. If you want to shoot me questions and I will be able to film personalized video responses, then have a look down below in my description box. There is a link to my Visio profile. Feel free to check that out. Have a look as well at my second meditations channel, Spiritual Soulscape. I also have a book for you. If you enjoy love stories and especially erotica, feel free to purchase my novel, which is available on Kindle and on paperback. It is called The Storyteller. Again, link down in the description box below. You can also support this channel by donating. I have a coffee profile. Feel free to even purchase me a small cup of coffee to have all the energy to keep all these readings coming. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I'll see you at your pile. Bye. Hello, group 1. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm super happy to have you here. I hope you're having a great day wherever you find yourself in the world. So this is for those of you that were drawn to this golden snowflake. It's a little bit trembly, which I do think that already I'm getting an intuitive hit. In your dreams, there might be situations that involve a lot of tremors. So I'm just gonna go with that and see what I find out about how is the landscape of your dreams and who are you encountering in your dreams. So we start off the first episode in this new love series by trying to, well, basically I'm trying to understand how is your inner landscape looking like, and who is the person that you keep dreaming of or you're about to start dreaming of. So this reading applies to whether you are wanting to manifest someone new into your life, or whether you've been having all sorts of bizarre dreams And you might want to find out, what are they about? Who are they about? What is happening? So as I am shuffling, I don't want you to get bored. Please have a look in the description box below. I have tons of goodies for you to enjoy, all sorts of different options. I have opened my personal readings again, and I will keep them on a continuous basis this time. I also have a Visio account, or profile, more like it. Account sounds so formal. I have a Visio profile, and if you want to get a free short clip from me, feel free to do that as well. I also have a twin flame erotic novel available for you to purchase either as a Kindle or as a paperback. Also, you can donate to the channel, and all of your things are falling on the ground. Okay. Let's see. One more. I feel like one more is needed for you. Yeah, so all sorts of wonderful things. I also have a tarot and oracle wish list. Feel free to just have a look and enjoy your time. I really want you guys to feel slow and steady on my channel, you know, to feel good. Okay, so are you ready to find out? I have your cards here. Stay tuned until the end of the reading, because I will show you an image with all of your cards. But now I just want to walk you through all of them. So you have here the King of Fire. We also have here the Eight of Swords. I also have for you the Nine of Wands. We have the Elephant, Jean the Maid, Guardian of the Saints, and the keywords are humility, disillusionment, and champion. And Hades, Lord of Riches, and the keywords are equanimity, wisdom, and inevitability. Try to say that really quick. Okay guys, so what I see here is that a lot of you could be dreaming about mermaids. I have the first thing that came to me is mermaids. A lot of you could be dreaming about water. I feel that some of you have recurrent dreams about a particular man, a man that tends to shapeshifts. So we have here, sometimes he is older and wiser and more like a mentor figure. And then we have a person that is kind of well built. You could have dreams of a very good looking male that appears in your imaginary landscape, and he's either wanting to have sex with you or protecting you. But I also feel that, do you see how he has a sword and she has a sword here? You're arguing or you're fighting in your dreams. So keep in mind, this is for those of you that can remember your dreams. So this might resonate for those of you that remember your dreams, but some of you might be doing these things in your dreams, but you might not be aware of them. And you might wake up feeling quite charged, like you're ready to argue with someone. This is because you've been arguing with this male figure in your sleep. So what is happening here? Why are you guys arguing? I feel like there's a lot of pent-up sexual tension between you and this guy. This could be an earth male. I do feel that here with the King of Fire, this potentially points towards a fire sign. But I feel that predominantly this guy is either a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo with potentially a fire ascendant. So a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries ascendant, or those could be the moon placements. I feel like there is a battle of will between you and this person. There is a lot of passion. So you could be having dreams that are a lot about, you know, taking each other's clothes off, about pushing each other up against trees and monuments, rolling in a field. It's like, I imagine you guys rolling as well down haystacks. This is the landscape that is being invoked. You could have dreams of a tree. I feel like you could dream how trees are growing, and you could have these visions in your dreams where you're looking up, you know, and you see this canopy of trees, the branches forming a dense kind of landscape above you. I feel that your dreams can be quite green. I feel the color green is very important in your dreams, and blue as well. You're very in touch with Mother Earth. You're very connected somehow to the cycles of nature. because you are dreaming blue and green, which are the colors of our planet. I feel that as well, your tempestuous dreams sometimes morph into a much more quiet landscape. And I feel that this quiet landscape is inhabited predominantly by women. Here I see how this beautiful mermaid is sleeping on a cave, and there is this it looks like another younger woman, but I feel like this is a mother figure, a patient mother figure that reads potentially a Bible. I feel that you, in collaboration with this woman could be a maternal figure, an aunt, a grandma, a sister, your best friend. You feel cozier, you feel more calmer in the company of women. Whether you're a man or a woman, this applies generally, so personalize it, please. But I feel like for you, group one, you have very feisty, passionate dreams that are connected to having a conflict with a man. So I feel like this individual that you're dreaming about is both wise but also authoritarian. This individual can be quite passionate, but also it's like my way or the highway, you know? And you feel equally sexually attracted to this man, but also you sometimes just want to like, you know, like you want to slash him, you want to bring him down. It's like, who does he think he is? Wow. So, okay, I'm going to try to think of a name for your dream archetype, because I feel like you have a very earthy, sensual male dream archetype, and you have a very calming, soothing, maternal, watery female archetype that you're dreaming of. And this is really interesting. So the characteristics of the person that you are fantasizing the most about in your dreams, so they could potentially physically look like this. They could be bare-chested most of the time. You could really enjoy, if you're a woman, you could really enjoy to see in movies or in pictorial representations, to see men with their bare chest, you know, and men that have very well sculpted upper body. So you like to see the well-built arms and the well-built pecs, you know. I feel like that's really important to you. Like you like how that looks like, you know, the beautiful male shape. On a very athletic body. But I think that you're also drawn a little bit to complicated men. Your dream archetype has a darker side. So passionate, dark, a little bit controlling, earthy and sensual, but it's kind of like he wants to I feel like a part of you is like, don't tell me what to do, but tell me what to do, you know. So I feel like this is the energy. It's kind of like you have a very strong, pure, almost virginal energy that I'm getting here. You know what to do. You're very well organized, but you're also quite feminine and quite intuitive and sensitive. And I feel like in combination, these two characters, the way in which you appear in your dreams is like you want to have somebody that just takes you, you know, somebody that just is like, don't argue with me, don't talk to me, I just want to grab you and, you know, unleash my desire on you, so as not to say the F word. But this is the thing, it's kind of like a very contradictory energy, right? As I said, your dream world is inhabited by both beautiful, soothing, watery imagery, mermaids. But here's the thing about mermaids, they're a symbol of fertility. Mermaids are kind of like, you know, they represent Pisces, and this is a lot about the fertile imaginary, boundaryless sexuality, imagination and creativity taken to unconditional extremes, right? So I feel that this is the energy that I see here. You can sometimes be quite intuitive and you just want somebody to take you and, you know, also kind of take the responsibilities of the world off your shoulders. You want to relax and give yourself fully to a partner. You want to surrender. Oh my goodness, this is what's about. You are fully surrendering in your dreams. Maybe during the day you are pushed into having to earn your existence. You're very well organized and you feel very much like, I need to be in control. Maybe you're single. I feel a lot of you that will choose this pile are single. And in your dreams, you fantasize about this really passionate, feisty, authoritarian guy who takes no bullshit and who just comes and grabs you and, you know, is really sexually passionate with you, but also protects you and provides for you. You know, I'm getting like this feeling of, you know, he can be very sexually aroused around you, and once you guys finished, he's like caressing your head and planting a kiss on your forehead, you know, like very, a little bit of a paternal energy. But like there is a deep well of very strange imagery as well. I feel like you guys might dream about having sex with this person in the basement. I feel like as well it's like darkly lit environments. I feel for some of you it could be like a derelict circus. Some of you could be dreaming about graveyards, so having these kind of passionate encounter in a graveyard, or abandoned houses, or barns. I have the feeling again with the field and barns, it's like abandoned farmlands or farmlands where nobody's there. Some of you could even have like fantasies where you couple with this very strong, passionate, sensual guy somewhere in like in the aftermath of a war. You know how the landscape looks like, buildings are destroyed. I'm thinking kind of like old like Yugoslavia, post-war Yugoslavia, you know, that kind of like really desolate landscapes of buildings being completely abandoned. But then nature is so beautiful and it kind of infiltrates through the buildings. So some of you could be having these fantasies of you running, like grabbing this person's hand and running away with them and hiding in the corners of these abandoned buildings and just letting it rip, you know, letting passion overwhelm you. And this person could, you know, have sex with you up against the wall and so on and so forth. So guys, I am speaking about sex as well because, you know, our unconscious mind is a lot about sexual fantasies and a lot about what we repress during the day. So you never know what comes up with these readings. But what I do want to say is that you are dreaming of a very sturdy individual, a very wise, very playful, very intelligent guy who is very domineering with you as well. It's like he stampedes through any obstacle. He lights a fire within you that cannot be quenched. I feel like you are, a part of you is kind of like, oh, I don't want a guy that I fight with. But another part of you is like, yes, I'm alive. So these are kind of like some of the unconscious desire around it. I don't know exactly what name to give your dream guy, your archetype, but I do want to name it because the name that I'm going to be using in this reading and the way in which I described your character will be carried through the duration of the next 5 episodes in this dream love story series. So I do think that for you, this could be like, I'm thinking of some sort of like fiery builder. Let's call him the passionate constructor. Let's call him the passionate constructor. I don't want to call him elephant guy because that sounds really unsexy, but feel free to comment down below. How would you like your person to be called? As I said, an earth individual, very well built, very sensual, very strong, very domineering, can run a temper, you know, can be quite angry when provoked, ultra masculine guy. A little bit dark as well. He might have some kinky fantasies as well. But ultimately, he's irredeemably turned on by you, your grace, your beauty, your capacity to surrender. That is the thing that turns him on the most. And yeah, sometimes I think you could also imagine having you know, a passionate fling with this guy in water. So I feel like you guys could be I have this image of the two of you, you with your legs coiled around his chest as he's holding you up in the water near a beach. And you guys are in the water at sunset, you know, and you're kissing, and your hair, some of you could have very pretty long dark hair, and your hair is kind of wet and sticking to his back, you know. It's very, very beautiful imagery. But it's like you rely on this guy's strength, you know. I feel like strength is the epitome of what you're looking for, and this is what you're fantasizing about, that your femininity meets this guy's masculinity and creates almost like an ideal couple. So this is what I had for you, group 1. Yeah, you are together with this, the feisty constructor, I would call him. The powerful builder. Yeah, definitely. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I will have an episode as soon as I can, the next one. Yeah, stay tuned. In a second, I will show you all of the cards that I pulled for you so you can meditate a little bit on these images. I send you so much love and so much light. Bye. Hey group 2, welcome to your Dream Love Story series, episode 1. So in this reading today, we are going to find out the characteristics of the person that you are mostly dreaming of. This could be somebody you have fantasies about each night, or it could be somebody that you are about to start dreaming of. So we have here the symbol that you were drawn to. This is the golden hat. I have tried to shift my position so that the sun doesn't beat on me, but we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to shuffle your cards now, and as I'm doing this, I would really love to remind you to have a look in my description box down below. There are so many goodies for you there, my loves. I have just reopened my personal readings today. Already the cards are popping out. Interesting. I have just reopened my personal readings and I will keep them open on a continuum basis. I also have a Visio profile if you want some short readings from me and your cards are falling on the ground. Sorry about that. Also, you can donate to support the channel. There is a tarot and oracle card wish list, and I am so grateful for everyone that donates, for everyone that participates in just a small way to make this hard work, basically. This is a hard work that I'm doing here because it's something I absolutely love. So yeah, have a look down below. There's also a twin flame romantic novel that you can purchase. Lots and lots of goodies for you, my dear. But now I have your card, so let's get to the interesting stuff. So let me show you the cards. We have here Set, Prince of Avarice. And the keywords here are short-sightedness, ambition, and narcissism. Ooh. Don't worry, I'll explain. We have here Sandalphon, the angel of new life. So you have one of the best cards, close to one of the trickiest cards to interpret. We also have here Frog and Otter. And we also have here Temptation. This is the equivalent of the Devil card in the Good Tarot. And the Three of Cups. Okay, so how does your inner imaginary landscape look like? I wanted to say imaginative and imaginary at the same time. So keep in mind this is about your dream world, right? So I will talk about romantic, sexual, unconscious things, whatever pops up. I do feel that you might be dreaming of somebody whose outlines you don't really see very clearly. I feel like this is a presence that sometimes can feel quite ominous, like you almost are able to discern how this person looks like in your dream, but all of a sudden they turn away or their face is not there. It's almost like their face dissolves, or you look at a person and they have no face, but there is a presence that keeps appearing in your dream, almost like a man in black or completely covered in black. Black seems to be the color that kind of veils this person. So you can't really tell the outline, the clear outline of how this person looks like, but they haunt your dreams. It's almost as if your dreams are involving you walking around through very interesting different landscapes, and you're pursuing a very interesting spiritual path in your dreams. You could be astrally traveling as well, and some of you could generally be sleepwalking in your dreams. So, well, in reality, but it's inspired by whatever it is that you're dreaming and whatever it is you're unconsciously processing. So it's really important here to keep in mind that this person doesn't want to harm you. This is just quite mysterious because it's almost as if your conscious mind doesn't want to know who this person is. You're a little bit afraid of finding out who this person is. So I think that if you genuinely want to work on getting to understand the physical outlines of this male dark presence that keeps appearing in your dreams, you would do well to just work at your fears on your conscious daylight time. So during the day, try to keep in mind and identify what are your fears, what are your basic fears, and try to think, how can I take little steps every day to overcome my fears? I don't know why, but Set somehow makes me think of fears. So this is why you might have a person, a male figure that appears in your dreams, but you don't see their face because the unconscious mind is trying not to shock you or scare you into being. That's not to say that this person has a creepy face or looks like a monster. On the contrary, I think that this person's face could be the face of your soulmate. But until you genuinely work on your fears during your conscious time, you won't be able to see this person's face. Does that make sense? I hope that that's clear. I feel you're thinking in your dreams about having a different life. You're definitely on a different landscape than the one in which you find yourself. A lot of you could be dreaming about mountains, clouds. Almost I feel that some of you could be dreaming about walking on water or walking on clouds. It's not even flying, but it's just walking on different landscapes. Some of you could be dreaming of being giants, right? This is a lot like Lilliput, right? I do think that this is kind of like, I'm getting this feeling of you're not dreaming of people that talk in your dreams. You are dreaming of being either very big or very small. And you're floating on things. You're floating on, like you're on top of mountains, you're floating on clouds. Some of you could be even dreaming of having jetpacks or kind of something that propels you. Some of you could be dreaming of having butterfly wings. I feel that this is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Some of you could be having dreams of flowers emerging from your chest, or almost like there are petals coming out of your mouth, or vegetation. It's almost like trees are blending with your hands and your feet. It's somehow a little bit similar to group 1, but they were dreaming of trees growing out of the land. You're dreaming of kind of having this vegetation blending with you, osmosing with you. And wherever in the world you may find yourself living at the moment, you are definitely not dreaming about the same landscape in your dreams. You're dreaming about, some of you could be dreaming exactly the opposite. So if you live in a very hot country, you could be dreaming about Norwegian forests, or if you are living in a Norwegian like cold landscape with a lot of ice and mountains, you're dreaming about the desert, about the Sahara, or Atacama Desert or something like that. It's like you're thinking about arid landscapes. And we also have here, a couple of you could be waking up and thinking that you are hexed, or thinking that there could be some spell work placed upon you. I feel like some of you dabble with witchcraft. This is the pile for those of you that are doing some tarot readings or are into witchcraft. This is also the pile for you if you are a Leo sun, Leo moon, or Leo ascendant. I think like you're also fantasizing about having a kingdom high up in the clouds. It's almost like that Studio Ghibli movie, Laputa, Castle in the Sky. I kind of feel like this is the energy that I'm getting here. But let's talk about your person. So there is this dark individual that you can't see their face. And I think a lot of you are frustrated. It's like, I keep seeing this dark man. I feel like for some of you, you feel that this person sometimes takes the shape of your exes. So the face that you see in your dreams is the face of an ex. Somebody that you had a bone to pick. Somebody that you had a karmic relationship with. But it's frustrating because this character keeps popping up, and sometimes you feel that this character takes the face and the shape of one of your exes, and then other times this person appears as another of your exes. And it doesn't even need to be exes if you didn't have previous relationships. This can be different actors that you're attracted to. One time they appear as Timothée Chalamet, another time they appear as Ryan Gosling, for example. So it's very strange, but it's kind of like you can't pinpoint this person down, and you are a little bit afraid of them. With the devil in set, you are a little bit afraid that this mysterious dark character could harm you or could do something sexual to you that you might not enjoy. But I think, as I said, it's not a menacing presence. I am not getting at all the feeling that this is a menacing character. It's just your fears regarding intimacy, regarding getting to know this male character that keeps popping up, which I think these fears because they pop up in your dreams in an unconscious way in a dark male figure, have to do with how much you own your own masculinity in your everyday environment. Are you being active? Are you being decisive? Are you being confident? Are you taking charge? If not, then try to integrate those things, and I promise you, your dreams are going to change. And gradually, as you're working on your fears, I feel how you're going to see this person's eyebrows showing up, this person's eyes, their nose, their lips, their chin is going to show up, and you're going to be able to see the face of your soulmate. Because I feel like for those of you that chose group 2, this mysterious dark person is your soulmate. Keeps popping up. For some of you, sometimes this person appears with a dark hat. You have a dark cap or an old-fashioned bowler hat or something like that. I feel like this is a person that could be quite Neptunian. I'm not sure why, but the frog here kind of gives me, again, it's Pisces energy. Maybe because I am a Pisces and we are talking about dreams, which are under the rulership of Neptune, so the domain of water. But I am getting that this person is also very sensitive, very mysterious, very imaginative. They are a smooth operator, okay? They're really smooth. This is how I'm gonna call your person. Your dream archetype, the person that you meet in your dream love story is the smooth operator. Ah, perfect. I love it so much. I struggled a little bit with group 1 to name them, but for you, this is the dark, smooth operator, okay? When I say dark, please don't take it in terms of skin color. God forbid I would ever like typify skin colors on my channel. No, this is about, there is kind of like an air of darkness and mystery about them. And this is mostly related to the fear you might be projecting onto this person and the fact that you don't know how they look. They are mysterious because their face is unknown and unseen, almost like an alien, right? It's like their face could be just a mirror that is reflecting your own fears back to them. But ultimately, this is your soulmate. This is a person that, as I said, the more you work on your fears and on integrating your shadow self during your daylight time, during your conscious waking hours, the more your dreams are changing and you will gradually get to see this person's features, right? So it's really worth doing the work during the daytime because you will get closer to figuring out how your soulmate would look like. This is a person that is very protective, very family oriented as well. Once you manage to kind of focus in on them, do you see how this beautiful kind of circle is around the otter? I feel like you might be perceiving this person as being like a menacing monster or a weird force or something to be afraid of with the devil here. But actually, when you focus on them and the more you do this kind of self-work during the day, they will start zooming in. As I said, their features are going to bubble up to the surface and you'll start figuring out that this person is actually really sweet, very family oriented, very loyal. Otters are so loyal to each other. They're hardworking and they take care of their cubs so well. They're also very intelligent and adaptable. So they can sometimes, float with their babies next to Canadian ships, and they place their babies onto a ship as they go and they hunt for fish. And then they come back and they take their baby and they move away from the bay. They are incredibly resourceful and very, very family, protective of their family. So family oriented, as I said earlier. I feel like in your dreams, you're also kind of celebrating or indulging in food and fine things. I feel like some of you are fantasizing, and I don't know why, but my shoulder is itching. Some of you could be having some issues with your shoulder. Maybe you have it in a cast, or maybe it's been itching because there were some mosquitoes that were biting it. Be very careful with your shoulder. But I think this is also about you want a partner that is a shoulder to cry on, or you are the person who provides this to your partner. So yeah, definitely, I do feel that with the otter, you want somebody that is protective and very loyal to you. And I feel that Sandalphon here represents love. But in order for you to reach this love, you have to overcome the fear. You have to overcome, in some cases, I feel that some of you could be very focused on how a person looks like, but you have to start seeing people with the eyes of the soul, not focus so much on whether they have the perfect lips or the perfect hair. because Set is also here a symbol of narcissism, and we do know that narcissism is an overfocus with looks, right, with the exterior. But Sandalphon is also by your side, and it's meant to help you get more in touch with that inner light, inner joy, how a person feels, not only how a person looks like. So I feel that this is what's happening for you here, group 2. Your inner landscape, your dreams are populated with this mysterious dark character that gives you fear. But once you look past the fear, you uncover a very, very nurturing person, very sweet, very protective. They're also really cute, okay? They might not look perfect like a model, so be careful of this narcissistic tendency. I feel that in this case, it's not necessarily your narcissistic tendency, but it's also this kind of inclination that society more broadly kind of pushes us into, this obsession with how we look and personal style. But love this person with the eyes of your heart, and you'll stop fearing them, stop thinking that they want to hurt you in your dreams, and you'll understand that this is a person that just want to celebrate with you. 3 of Cups, they want to enjoy life with you. They want to take part in all of the pleasures with you, and they want to create a beautiful family with you. Yeah, so this is your dark, smooth operator, okay, group 2? I hope you've enjoyed this. Stay tuned. There will be 5 more episodes coming up. In a second, I'll also show you an image with your cards so you can pause the frame and meditate a little bit on the cards that you were given. I send you so much love. Mwah! Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. I'm so happy to have you here, guys. I hope you're enjoying your time here, and I hope that you're well wherever you find yourself in the world. This is for those of you that were drawn to this rose gold watch. So I don't know why, but as I was tuning into your energy, my heart started beating faster. I feel that during sleep, some of you could be thinking about or imagining that you're running, or that you're doing things that make your heart beat faster. Some of you could be having sleep apnea. So you could be having an issue with your sinuses. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm going with it. So you have to be careful that, you take great measures to take care of your nostrils, and that you can properly breathe while you sleep, especially if this is in combination with rapid heart rates. So all in all, I do think that you guys really enjoy sleep and that you need quite a lot of it. So this reading is going to be about who do you mostly dream of, and what is kind of like the dream archetype that we encounter in your dreams. And if you are not dreaming of anyone, this is about somebody that you might start dreaming of and thereby manifest a little bit. So let's find out what we have here for you. As I'm shuffling your cards, I don't want you to get bored, so have a look in the description box below. I have all sorts of goodies for you. I have reopened my personal readings. Oh wow, nice. I just saw your cards. I reopened my personal readings. I have a Visio profile for short clips where I give you very quick tarot and astrology answers. So I have a donations button below, so you can donate as little as the cost of a coffee cup. Oh God, Kopi Lua is actually one of the most expensive coffees in the world. So in a way that made some bizarre sense, but I wanted to say coffee cup. So yeah, shuffling while you're talking, 2 different things. Maybe you're struggling as well to spin 2 plates at the same time, so to say. But yeah, have a look down below. All you need is down there. I also have a twin flame romance novel. It's erotic if you want to have something lovely to read as you're sipping your drink by the pool this August, which I hope you all are able to do at the moment. But I have your cards here. Let's turn our focus towards what's important and why you are here. So the cards that you got are 4 of Wands, Nine of Swords. So there is a sense here about wanting to arrange the surroundings. The 3 of Wands, the 8 of Earth, the Horse. Oh, Bina, left eye, the left eye the left eye of the Sephiroth, the tree of knowledge and life. Your imaginative world is populated, and I can't talk, oh my goodness. Wow, this is so strange, but I couldn't even begin talking. Okay, let me just turn off the air conditioning. Okay, wow, massive throat chakra blocks. This hasn't happened to me with the other piles, and I'm not going to edit this out because I think this is really important for you to hear. Massive throat chakra blocks. And here's the thing. I feel like in your imaginative landscape, you could be dreaming a lot about singing, music, playing musical instruments, being in a sort of refined atmosphere with very cultured, intelligent, educated people. Some of you could be dreaming of being someplace in the Renaissance era, playing a very unique musical instrument like the oboe or I don't know, the cello. We do have the, I think this is the contrabass because it's actually quite large, but you know, some of you could be fantasizing about playing the cello or the violin or a piano or the harp. I feel like in your dreams, you dream about music. There is music, there are balls, there are elegant people of a very select society. You could be dreaming that you're walking with famous people and you're having really interesting philosophical discussions. Maybe you could be dreaming about, you might not know that it's them in your sleep, but you could be dreaming about having conversations with Plato or Socrates or Aristotle. I feel like, you know, all of the people that you came in touch with through education, it's like your mind absorbed them and they appear in your dreams. This is so interesting. I have the feeling that some of you are really drawn to Hans Christian Andersen's stories. I don't know why, but this kind of makes me think of that kind of imaginarium that he created. A lot of very vulnerable, beautiful female characters that are somehow alienated. They're on the outside looking in. A lot of the times in your dreams, there is something disappointing that is happening. It's like maybe you are walking with these important people and then all of a sudden they disappear and you find yourself in a landscape that is barren. There is no one around you and you find yourself in an empty space, and that's the moment when you wake up. Or some of you are dreaming about being together with a person, with your lover, and then all of a sudden they get taken away. The earth swallows them. There is a landslide and they get covered up. You just turn around and they disappear, even though you were holding their hand. Or you want to kiss them and touch them and they just vanish in front of your eyes. You want to hold them and they seep like water through your fingertips. There is a sense of disappointment, a sense of like bittersweet sorrow. It's like, oh, I was so close to having them. Why am I left alone again? I feel like in your sleep, you're also dreaming about godlike presences. You might be dreaming about angels or your spirit guides. I feel like you're connecting deeply with them. Some of you could be really drawn to Greek culture or Roman kind of constructions, or Italy. You might have been thinking that I want to go to Italy. Some of you could be from Italy and you're very connected to your land. I'm so sorry, guys. If you hear some drilling noises, that is my neighbor who decides to work on a Saturday. But I do feel that some of you could be having these fantasies about the world is stable, and then all of a sudden something makes it tremble, makes it like there is some sort of drilling or annoying situation that happens, and it leaves you disappointed. It leaves you completely alone. It's like, I just had it. I almost reached out for my dream and grabbed it. And I think that this could stem from a potential situation in your real life that led to a disappointment. Maybe your parents wanted you to become someone. They wanted you to train in a specific art form or in a specific profession, and you didn't live up to those expectations. And then these things that you repressed during the day, these feelings of disappointment and sorrow and sadness and shame, they appear in your dreams at nighttime. But all in all, your partner is a really elegant, athletic, intelligent character. And I am so shocked by how the light completely changed as I was saying this. I feel like your character is exactly the opposite of the type of people or men or women, partners in general, that you meet in your everyday environment. This is a very elegant, cultured person, and maybe in your everyday situations, you have to deal with a lot of harsh people, people that are very maybe uncultured, a little bit ignorant about maybe speaking different languages. Maybe they don't do that, but your partner is a person that can speak 3 different languages, has a PhD, knows how to play an instrument, is very good looking because this person works out, and is also highly in tune with their feelings. It's almost like you've built up this very beautiful, ideal person in your mind. They are almost like I'm getting a Libra energy. So a person that is artistic, sociable, intelligent, refined, a person that can wine and dine you, that can introduce you to the marquise of the French castle at which they live, or that could take you to some sort of Roman Dionysus bash, or that you could travel to Greece to, and have really wonderful food on a Greek island in an olive grove. Some of you could be fascinated by writers. So I feel like you would fantasize that this person is a writer, a person that has a majestic library and an old-fashioned typewriter, and can sometimes, smoke a lot of cigarettes, or if you're not really attracted to that kind of people, maybe likes to drink some red wine, something that, the cliche image of artists kind of filters through. So I do think that you want a person that is a little bit tortured by creative ideas. That's the kind of image that I'm getting, like a younger Tom Waits character. Definitely. I think that, yeah, for some of you, this could be a Libra or an Aries that you're fantasizing about. This person that comes and is able to interpret your sadness and your disappointment, and is able to take it and create a work of art. They might want to draw you or paint you or sculpt you or include you in their novel. I think like a lot of you fantasize about that, about being the muse to a great intellectual. And as I said, your inner landscape is populated with elegance, refined things that are very hard to purchase, or a landscape that has not only physical beauty in the buildings and the surrounding nature, like a very well created garden with a lot of roses and a fountain, but it's also like a mansion that hosts a lavish party where there are a lot of people talking to each other about money, politics, religion, philosophy, art, culture. So I do feel that this is kind of the landscape that you have. You have very wealthy, luxurious dreams, and your person is the elegant bohemian. Let's call him like that. Why not? Yeah. I struggled a little bit with group 1, but group 2 and group 3 came so strongly. So yeah, the elegant bohemian. This is your dream archetype, group 3. I hope you're happy with it, because we're going to take it through our journey in the next 5 episodes of this series. So this is a highly cultured, knowledgeable person, but it's kind of like spiritually knowledgeable as well. I think that they're also a very refined psychologist. So they're able to almost kind of guess how you're feeling just by judging how your expression has changed. Like you might walk into a room, you might be feeling a little bit shy, and this person comes up to you and is like, I noticed that something changed. What happened? Are you okay, baby? So it's kind of like you want this partner that is very sensitive, but is also able to give you excellent book recommendations. Or you're able to talk to this person about what you've been reading, the museum that you've been visiting, the trip that you've taken to a foreign country. So you want this kind of partner, a partner that can also exchange really interesting alternative music playlists, maybe get into some sort of obscure music that no one has ever seen so far. So yeah, it's this is a lot about a very beautiful kinship of minds and of souls. There isn't that much passion here, so I don't think you put such a strong emphasis on the physical act. If you do, it's very poetic. This is about looking good, about feeling good, about smelling good. and it's very very tender touches, you know, very sweet things, a lot of kissing, a lot of holding, but not grabbing too tightly, but like just, you know, caressing people's hands. I feel like this is what you fantasize about. A lot of you fantasize of a lot of bright daylight, sunlight, and veils. I think a lot of you dream of white veils, or that you wake up, and I have this image in my mind that just came up. You are together with your beautiful lover in bed, this artist, you know. They're not very muscular. They can be thin and athletic, but you don't really want a muscular person. You just want a person that, as I said, is cultured above anything else, intelligent, refined, sociable, polite, a gentleman, basically. Yeah, definitely a gentleman. So you're in bed with this person, and it's like you wake up in bright daylight, and there is the sun coming through this gigantic windows, and your bed is right in front of those windows, and you have these white drapes. There is a sense of light and purity and higher consciousness and awareness, almost like you are in heaven with your lover. This is kind of the feeling that I'm getting with you here. It's like you want somebody that lifts you up, uplifts you spiritually, not only, and mentally. So not only that they can pick you up and put you on your shoulder, you know. This is definitely, you're not the pile that wants a lumberjack kind of guy. This is the exact opposite of group one, okay? So if this doesn't resonate, go and watch group one, okay? This is for those of you that, as I said, have very cultured, artistic inner landscapes. A lot of libraries, a lot of parties, a lot of Renaissance, kind of like the culture that was created in Europe between the 16th century and the 18th century. That's kind of the area that kind of attracts you. A lot of you could be having these fantasies about very Baroque, you know, romantic, classical cultural periods, you know. Yeah, definitely. Like that period right before the French Revolution, that period of Italian merchants, and kind of, you know, Venice being one of the cultural centers of the world. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from you guys. Yeah, definitely the romantic period. Oof, 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 oof. Very, very beautiful. And a lot of you could be fantasizing about getting married. You too and your lover being standing in front of God and getting married. But again, you're fantasizing about doing this somewhere, either on the beach or in a really beautiful grove, in a forest, in a meadow, you know, with lots of like, I'm getting kind of like a Midsummer Night's Dream kind of atmosphere around you. Like you want it to be really gorgeous, poetic, beautiful, full of light, full of lots of children dressed like little angels running around, you know, people have crowns of flowers in their hair. Yeah, very boho chic. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. So this is what I had for you, Hawawa. I can't even talk. That was so, it made me dream, right? So this is what I had for you, group. I can't talk. I'm over. I'm done. It impressed me so much. This was your reading, group 3. I'm really sorry for the babble. Stay tuned. In a second, I will show you an image of your spread. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. You and this beautiful, elegant bohemian. Okay, stay tuned. We have 5 more episodes coming up. I hope you enjoyed this. See you in my next one. I'm gonna go and try to learn how to speak now. Bye. Hey group 4, how are you guys? I feel the need to start on a soothing note with you. I don't know, maybe you've been through a lot lately. Maybe you are the group that has some trouble sleeping and remembering their dreams. So this is for those of you that were drawn to this pair of golden star earrings. I feel like you could also be quite introverted or shy, or a little bit more on the silent type if you do not identify with the group that I mentioned that might be having some trouble sleeping. I just feel the need for like, hey, how are you? You know, that's kind of the energy I'm getting from you. So this reading is going to be the first in a series. This is episode 1. We have 5 episodes coming up. And in this first episode, I'm going to identify your dream archetype. So the person that you keep dreaming the most on your mind. And also, if this is not a person that you dream of and can remember, this is about a potential new person that you might start dreaming of. So as I shuffle the cards, I don't want you to get bored. Why don't you have a look in the description box below? There are so many goodies that I prepared for you guys. My personal readings have reopened from today, and I'll keep them open on a continuous basis. Yay! Due to popular demand. I also have a Visio profile where if you want to, you can purchase short, quick clips from me regarding tarot and astrological topics. I also have a donations button. You can buy me the cup of a coffee so I can keep creating these free readings for you guys. A tarot and oracle wish list. If you purchase a deck, I will offer you, in return for your wonderful generosity and for making this channel grow creatively, I will give you a free general tarot reading. All sorts of yummy little things down there. I also have another meditations channel, Spiritual Soulscapes. And I also have for you guys a twin flame erotic novel that I wrote a while ago, but feel free to, think whether you would like to purchase it and read it by the pool as you're sipping your cool drink, which I hope you guys would be doing this summer because it's so hot at the moment, especially if you live in the Northern Hemisphere. So let's see. Oh yeah, I have one more deck. I have 4 decks that I'm using here. I will link them in the description box below. So let's find out. Oh wow. Oof. Right off the bat, you have 2 elks. 2 elks. This is a very protective symbol. It's very the elk governs the forest, and the forest is earth energy. It is basically the most important cell of nature, a forest, right? It's the lung of the natural environment. But in this case, I do think that this is about a person that is stable, committed, loyal. Is always there when you need them. I feel that this is a person that is noble and does the right thing, a responsible person, kind of a traditional provider. This appeared quite often as a thread throughout all of the readings today. I think that collectively, a lot of us could be dreaming about this prototype of a male image that is kind of disappearing at the moment from the world, this traditional provider. I feel that for you, stability, feeling grounded, feeling protected and nurtured is really, really important. You could be dreaming about elks. You could literally be dreaming about forests and elks. Forests for some of you could be a dangerous symbol. For others of you, it could be that you're excited about being in a forest, and maybe some of you are not allowed to step out of your house. Maybe some of you are still in some sort of lockdowns or quarantines, so you're fantasizing about being outdoors in nature, and the elk keeps popping up as a spirit animal. Here I do feel that the elk is your dream archetype, and it is this very protective, paternal, stable, traditional kind of energy. You want a man that is like a man, or a woman that is like a woman. Whatever that means, and however you want to consider it, whatever that kind of means to you. I feel like you want a person that has endurance. You want somebody for the long haul, a long-term committed partner. You want to experience everything with this person, the cycle of life and death. I feel like you have these really beautiful fantasies, of a very traditional kind of unfolding life, in the sense that, you want to fall in love with this person, you want to make love to them, you want to marry them, you want to have kids with them, you want to raise your children, watch them grow and leave your nest, and then retire together with this person. And, I feel like you want on your deathbed to hold each other's hands and leave the world together. I feel like you're very attracted to those stories about, how our grandparents in the past used to write to each other when there was a war that happened. A lot of you could have these kind of old-fashioned fantasies. Your dream world is very populated, not only by forests and maybe farm life as well, but I feel like your dream world is populated by these kind of like First World War kind of fantasies, very old-fashioned, vintage kind of fantasies. I feel like you could be dreaming about trains as well, about being in rooms with antique furniture and old gramophones that played kind of like that 1920s music. You know, like the Billie Holiday era, for example, you know, the jazz age, the Prohibition era. That's kind of the eras that I feel like you're transported to when you are dreaming. So some of you could be having these tastes consciously. You might be drawn towards vintage music, vintage furniture, vintage jewelry as well. I think a lot of you have a passion for gold rings with rubies in them, and a kind of like, I'm getting marquee setting. I don't know why. The marquees where it came up for group 3 as well. But you like this kind of like heirlooms, you know, you like things, objects that are handed down from generation to generation. You like looking, you know, maybe a lot of you talk to your grandparents and you're very connected to the past. You like exploring the history of your culture, of your nation, of your family. Maybe some of you actually created a tree of life, you know, with all of the genealogy of your family. I feel like you're a very patient, stoic, enduring person. I feel the majority of you that have chosen this pile could be Capricorns, Capricorn moons, Capricorn suns, or Capricorn ascendant. And you really want a person that can match the stability that you feel inside of you as well, because I feel like you're very grounded and sensual and pragmatic, and you want somebody that is kind of matching that up, but is also able to protect you when life becomes too much, when life is too difficult to handle and bear it. And I feel like a lot of you could be quite judgmental. You could be quite harsh on yourselves. Maybe you grew up with a very strict mother and you've internalized or a father, and you've internalized this strict inner parent, and you're putting yourself down very often. You're like raising very high expectations for yourself, and then when you can't meet them, when you can't write a book in a day or write a symphony in a day, or when you can't get the perfect body in a day, you're rough with you, you know, you're speaking to yourself very disrespectfully. So I feel like it's really important to kind of, during your daylight time, try to work at telling good things to yourself more. Speak to yourself almost as if you would like your lover to speak to yourself. You're okay, baby. I love you. I really want you to do well. I'm here for you. I protect you. And watch as this beautiful inner talk transforms into this very noble, responsible, solid, traditional male image that you already fantasize about. You have this image in your unconscious, this male archetype, the protector of the forest that banishes evil spirits. And once you manage to bring it out and manifest it into the reality, oof, this is going to be a very, very sweet pairing, almost like that 1950s Cary Grant movies, you know, Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant. I feel like this is the kind of pairing that you would like to be part of. If you don't know who those people are, make sure to Google them. You won't regret it. Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn. So yeah, this is the kind of image that I see. Two intelligent, good-looking, elegant people that are creating together a power couple. So a person that understands that life can be difficult, a person that understands that you have to set yourself clear goals and set out to achieve them, a person that is very stable in their life, you know, that is working on their promotion, working on their career, you know, has a house, has house insurance, has a car with car insurance, you know, travels for work, eats very good meals, you know, takes care of themselves. This is the kind of feeling that I'm getting, but it's also quite nostalgic and quite sensitive and romantic. I'm getting like Nicholas Sparks energy, you know. Nicholas Sparks is actually a Capricorn, and he wrote, you know, Dear John or The Notebook. So I guess that, yeah, that kind of story, like in The Notebook, you know, you want your sweetheart to be with you for the rest of your life, to have 3 children and a great house that he created for you. He renovated it for you, and you want to die together when the time comes. That's the kind of energy I'm getting with you. So this is the kind of unconscious energy. Some of you could be a Libra or a Scorpio as well. So not only Capricorn, but I'm getting with the Judgment card here. There is also a sense that even though your partner could be quite responsible, traditional, and kind of the traditional male type, you want him to be playful as well. Definitely 100% Cary Grant energy. It's exactly that archetype, you know, he's like smooth, he looks good, he is smooth, he's polite and well-mannered, but at the same time he can be goofy and sweet, like very purely innocent and fun. Yeah, definitely 100%. And also, remarkably, Cary Grant was a Capricorn as well. So there is a very strong Capricorn streak with your group, guys, whether it is the ideal partner you would like to have, or whether this is your energy that you're projecting onto your ideal partner. Ultimately, it seems like you want to meet yourself, you know. That's why it's kind of like we do sometimes do that. We do sometimes mirror a lot of our things in our soulmates. So falling in love is meeting ourselves. So we have here Mat as well. I don't think you could be fantasizing about transforming into a bird, but I do feel the need to say this. So maybe some of you could genuinely have fantasies that you could be transforming into a bird, or you're flying. A lot of you could have fantasies that you're talking to a sphinx-like character, or that you're visiting Egyptian tombs and you're meeting this traditionally sturdy, stable character, almost like an Egyptian god-like energy around you. You know, Egyptian gods, for some reason, to me, their energy was always very grounded. I'm not particularly drawn to Egypt as a reader, mostly because I feel like my energy is more watery and airy than the earth-like qualities that I associate with ancient Egypt. But some of you could feel a very strong pull towards ancient Egypt. I don't know why, but this is also about like wanting to make your heart feel lighter, because a lot of you I think you've been through a lot. You've had to endure a lot of things in your life. And maybe some of you have Moon in Capricorn, as I said earlier, Moon conjunct Saturn or Moon conjunct Pluto. Very, very difficult emotional work and purging. A lot of karma that went filtered through your emotions. So you've learned how to be really strong, the Strength card, right? You've learned how to protect your feelings. And I do feel that in your fantasies, that's why you have these fantasies of having a very playful, creative, fertile, and kind of like sweetly and silently sexy character that has a very traditional outer coating, like a guy that is very stoic. And when he crosses his arms, you know, it's not only that you get to see his well-defined muscles, but, you know, he's wearing an Armani suit. And he's kind of like, you know, nothing shall pass. I'm protecting myself and my family and my lady. You know, so I guess you sometimes fantasize about your inner strength, your inner emotional strength being reflected into the body of this very solid provider. You know, this guy that is like a rock. I keep trying to think, what would be the ideal name to give to your dream archetype? Because I named all the other piles as well, even though pile 1 was a little bit messy. But I think in your case, this would be, I think, the provider, definitely 100%. But I feel that this is the playful provider. Yeah, let's go with that. So group 4, congratulations. Your dream archetype is the playful provider. This is this kind of strong and sturdy and stoic guy on the outside with other people when, you know, the shit hits the fan and this person is able to step in and say, you know, nobody treats my woman like that. And is able to kind of rough somebody up if they need to. But then when he's at home with you, he's like a sweetheart, you know, like a playful kitty. And it's kind of like, you know, you're able to cook with this person, to talk about your day. You're able to get this guy to maybe massage your back or your feet. This guy is able to make love to you for hours throughout the night. This is kind of the very strong energy that I'm getting with you. I'm already getting like, you know, that I feel like you need someone to relax with. You want to fall in his arms, you know, when the world is too difficult. Like on a normal daily basis, you guys are very strong, stoic people. You know, are very materially focused and stability oriented. In the intimate world, you guys are all about giving to each other, nurturing each other, taking care of each other, because it's almost like you found a partner that is able to understand you, and you're able to be yourself with this person. You're able to have a relationship that you don't want to let go of, a relationship that lasts until retirement and beyond. So this is what I see for you. Very, very sweet, vintage, old-fashioned vibes with you guys. So I hope you have enjoyed your reading. Wow, I'm really excited about this series, guys. Finally, I summoned up the energy to do it. This is it. Stay tuned. In a second, I will show you an image with your spread. And also, stay tuned for the next episodes that will pop up quite soon. I have 5 more coming your way. And let's see how your relationship with your playful provider will develop. I send you so much love. Mwah.